You can't have an FPS game without guns, unless you're Shoot Mania. So needless to say that over the years, the first-person shooter genre has amassed a pretty sizable arsenal. Some weapons intimidate while others compensate, but pretty much all are highly effective tools of destruction, death, and general mayhem. Except for the ones on this list. These ones are total shit. The Halo series has had its fair share of cringe-worthy weaponry, but not even the Spiker is as bad as the first gun on our list, the Needler. What are you talking about, bro? The Needler's awesome! Alright, it might be okay now that it's been buffed to bejesus and back, but it wasn't awesome in Halo 2. It wasn't even approaching the realm of awesome. It wasn't even close to being near the general vicinity of awesome. Okay, we get it. Awesome filed a restraining order against the Needler in Halo 2, and then it moved to Nevada. In the original Halo, the Needler was the gun that your weird friend adamantly insisted upon using in campaign playthroughs. Sure, you thought it was strange he was so obsessed with carrying around a pink porcupine, but other than that, you didn't mind too much. It was entertaining to watch, the damage seemed pretty decent, and it was even surprisingly effective against the Flood. But Halo 2 changed all that. Sure, he could dual-wield him, but that didn't matter. It took a whole magazine to kill a grunt, and the ammo was in shorter supply than Nicolas Cage's acting abilities.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
The travel time was slow and the explosion radius was tiny, but at least Bungie was able to see how obviously terrible this gun was and fix it in the following sequels. And for that, we thank you. The Needler is a cool concept, and I would hate to see it in this lowly state again. The Dark Forces series had a lot of cool weapons. A lightsaber, a purple lightsaber, a double-bladed lightsaber, but for all its blessings, the Wookiees had to come along and plop a proverbial turd in the proverbial punch bowl. That's right, I'm talking about the bowcaster. This staggeringly ineffective weapon was there for players' inconvenience from the very first mission. This weapon had two firing modes, bad and awful. The first of which fired 5 bolts in a 180-degree radius. The odds of hitting someone were
approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
If you decided you wanted to shoot someone in front of you, you could switch to the secondary firing mode, but it didn't matter because even if you hit them, they wouldn't die. This gun is worse than the Phantom Menace. I would rather watch all the prequels back to back with a guest commentary from Little Annie and Jar Jar Binks than use this gun. 007 GoldenEye was the first console shooter I ever played. This game had everything. The golden gun, odd job, auto-aim. But the one thing it did not have was the Klobb. I don't know which is worse, trying to play this game on a keyboard or the gun, but suffice it to say that a combination of the two is hell on earth. The Klobb had all the symptoms of a terrible gun. Laughable damage, a lack of accuracy, a small magazine size coupled with a high rate of fire. But I think what really cemented this gun's place in the history of FPS infamy was its name, the Klobb. It's just fun to say, like Schmorgus or Kerfuffle. Apparently the name was coined to pay homage to the video game great Ken Lobb. I wonder if he knew that from that point forward his name would be associated with one of the worst guns to disgrace the industry he loved. Maybe this spot was influenced by the massive amount of beta hype surrounding the most ambitious video game ever, PlanetSide 2, but even if it was a little bit, the following gun totally belongs on this list. Yes, for you PlanetSide vets, I'm talking about the Vanu Sovereignty standard issue pistol, the Beamer. What else is there to say about this gun besides you can't kill people with it? Sure, I suppose I could talk about the Beamer's armor-piercing mode, which makes it highly effective at being purple, and yet for some reason I secretly love this gun. So here's the moment you've all been skipping through the video for, the worst gun of all time ever in any FPS. Ever of all time. You might be thinking that I'm going to choose some obscure gun from Ghost Recon or from some indie shooter that sold 3,000 copies, but even that would be too mainstream. So without further ado, I present you with a gun that's so underground you've probably never heard of it, the PS20 from the original Deus Ex. You find this gun in hidden spots as if it were some kind of awesome secret weapon stash, but I equate finding this gun to discovering a dog shit in the corner of your walk-in closet. It's not really what you're looking for, but since you found it, you may as well pick it up. The PS20 fires one shot and cannot be reloaded. Classic bad gun attributes. However, if you score a headshot with the PS20, it will kill in one hit, a property only shared by all of the other guns in the game. Guns that aren't limited to one painfully slow shot. And let's not forget about the fact that you can only carry one at a time. Oh, and the splash damage. Just enough to hurt yourself, but not enough to be effective.
Somebody kill me.
So we know it's the worst gun of all time, but how bad is it? To find out, I decided to conduct a test. I was going to see how many shots it took to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. And by Tootsie Pop, I mean security drone. And by get to the center of, I mean kill. Using my FPSGeneral superpowers, I spawned 33 PS20s on a stone slab and then lured the drone to my secret arsenal. Let the testing begin. So there you have it, the PS20 is the worst gun of all time ever of all time, and you can go tell your friends about it, but you can also subscribe for more Top 5 fun. This has been James with FPSGeneral, and thanks for watching.